Okay, this is a video to remind you about negative numbers. I always find it's helpful to think about a number line. So there's 0 in the middle, and then the positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 going off to the right, and the negative numbers -1, -2, -3 and 4, -5, and so on going off to the left. Right, so because adding and subtracting is really moving up and down the number line. Moving up when you're adding, moving down when you're subtracting. Let's look at this first example. Here we've got -4, add 3. So that means I'm starting at -4, I'm going up the number line by 3. Start at -4, go up the number line by 3, I get to -1. Okay, the second example tells me where I'm starting. I'm starting at 5. If there's no sign by it, that means it's +5. So I'm starting at +5. I'm subtracting, so I'm going down the number line by 9. So 5 down the number line by 9, I get to -4. So far, so good. Right, it gets a little bit more tricky when I've got things like this. Here, tells me where I'm starting. I'm starting at -1. Now it tells me I have to add -2. I've got two different signs there. One's telling me to go up the number line, one's telling me to go down. I need to know how to combine them. If I add a negative, I am in fact subtracting. If I add a negative, I am subtracting. So if these signs are different, then you've got a negative there. If they're different, they're disagreeing, that's negative, that's sad. That's how I remember it. So if they're different, you're subtracting. So I'm at -1, I will subtract 2. So here's -1, I subtract, so I'm going down the number line by 2, and I get to -3. Okay, here's another combination one. Here I'm starting at 3, remember that if there's nothing there, it means it's +3. Starting at 3 on the number line, and I need to take away -4. Now, if I've got the signs that are the same, I need to combine them. They combine together to make a plus. So I am at 3, I'm going up the number line by 4. Ignore that negative because you've already dealt with that. So I'm at 3, I go up by 4, and I get to 7. +7. Okay, let's try this one. I'm at -6 on the number line, so down here somewhere, and I want to take away -7. If I take away a negative, just like the one we did here, I am in fact adding. So I'm down at -6, I'm adding, which means I go up the number line by 7, and I get to 1. Okay? Right, multiplying and dividing is actually easier because all you need to do is look at the signs in the question, and that helps you work out what sign, positive or negative, the answer is. If the signs are different, the answer will be negative. Again, there's your, if they don't agree, you've got a sad outcome. Negative, positive, the answer is going to be negative. And then you just do the numbers, so 6 times 2 is 12. The same with division. Look at the signs in the question. I've got a +12 there, divided by -3. Signs are different. The answer will be negative. So -4. Here I've got -4 multiplied by -5. Signs are the same this time, so they're happy, they agree. So it's a positive number, positive, and 4 times 5 is 20. And I can just write that at 20. I don't need to write that plus. Now, this is one of my favourite ones. You all know that I get really annoyed when you put -3 squared in your calculator and get -9, because that's not the answer. We know that squared means times by itself. So -3 times -3. Signs are the same. Positive answer. +9, which of course you can write as just 9. So please remember that anything squared, whether it's positive or negative, will always be a positive answer, because the signs will be the same. Squared means times by itself. If you do insist on putting that in your calculator, you must put these brackets round. Otherwise, your calculator will square the 3 and then times it by -1. So it's not your calculator's fault, it's yours. So please remember that.